Good morning, guys. It's Saturday. I just finished my workout and I just got a notification that there are some packages outside. These are actually Christmas gifts my husband ordered. Oh, there's actually 3 boxes. I could tell one of them's from Lawless. All right, let's take these in and check them out. I just wanted to show you our wreath this year. It's so pretty. We found it at a local garden center and I just love the ribbon and all of the decorations that are on it. It's a real wreath, so it smells really good. I kind of wish it was inside rather than outside. And I'm hoping that the birds don't make a nest in it this year because last year they did. And every time we opened the door, a bird like flew away really fast. So anyway, all right, let's go inside. Okay, so I just opened everything up. The Lawless package is PR. The other two I purchased myself. I had got some things from Merit and also Tarte from Black Friday. So I'm really excited. Let's check everything out. The first one from Lawless, it says, forget the filler, lip plumping, line smoothing gloss, and overnight lip plumping mask in cherry vanilla. It says this gorgeous sheer cherry red shade and addictive cherry vanilla scent is the perfect, comforting, familiar, and universally loved flavor that we all know and adore. I created cherry vanilla as a nod to the classic cherry lip balm in my grade school backpack at all times with an updated twist. I used to have those Bonnie Bell lip smackers and they smelled so good. If this smells anything like that, it's going to be amazing. So the lip plumping mask has 50% more maxi lip and 1200% more shea butter than their best-selling Forget the Filler lip plumping line smoothing gloss. It says it launched actually on 6/21, so I don't know. I guess this has already been out there for a while. And then the Forget the Filler gloss says it's a clinically proven lip plumping treatment and ultra shiny gloss with immediate and long-term plumping, softening, and hydrating benefits. We're definitely going to try some of these things on for sure. I'm going to head upstairs and do my makeup. I haven't done it yet this morning. This is the gloss, the mask, and they also sent these heart-shaped sunglasses. I think she was wearing them in the picture. Yep, too funny. All right, and then from Tarte, we have, let's see, what did I get? I don't even remember now. The Tartelette Energy Palette. So this is the newest one in the Tartelette series. It looked like really pretty rosy tones, so we're definitely going to test that out. They sent me some samples, too. This is the hydrating primer. And oh, the face tape. I did order the mini of this because this is a foundation from Tarte that I've never tried, but I really wanted to. So I got it in 16N Fairlight Neutral. Oh, I got another one of these Man-Eater Blush and Glow blushes. These are so good. They're kind of a really underrated product that nobody really talks about. It's a liquid blush and it has just like the slightest hint of a glow, but it's not sparkly. So I got this in the shade Raspberry. I already have the lighter pink one. And the last thing I got is the Maracuja Juicy Lip and Cheek Shift. So this looked kind of like an interesting product. I think it's one of those pH shifting things, but I normally don't like those for my lips because they make my lips look really bright, like a hot pink. But I like that you can use this one on your cheeks. So I got the blackberry one, which looks kind of purple in the tube, but they had all different berry flavors. They had like blueberry and orange and cherry and all of that. So I liked the look of this one. So we'll see what that's like as well. So then from Merit, I got their serum that everybody's been talking about over on TikTok. It's the Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. So I really want to try that. I also got another color of their Flush Balm. I have one already. I have the terracotta shade. So I got Cheeky, which is a little bit more pink. And then I got another one of their lipsticks, the Signature Lip, which are amazing. They're one of my favorite lipsticks, and this is in the shade Slip. I think I already have 2 other colors of this one. So anyway, there's a lot to play with here. I know I'm not going to be able to try on everything because I have a couple different blushes and a few different lip products, but I'll try on as much as possible, and I'll also share some swatches with you guys too of everything. So, all right, let's go ahead and try these things on. All right, so I know I said I was coming straight up here, but then I remembered I had to take a shower, so I did that first, and I just dried my hair and put it up because I figure it's easier with my hair off my face to do makeup. So I'm going to start with the Lawless Forget the Filler lip gloss. I just want to put this on first, and then we'll see how it evolves over the course of the try-on. So this is a lip plumping line smoothing gloss, which I really love because I have a lot of lines in my lips, and it's just getting worse the older that I get. And it said that this is a sheer red color, and it has that cherry vanilla scent like the chapsticks from when we were kids. So let's see. I'm dying to see what this smells like. Oh my gosh. This is exactly that scent. It's the Bonnie Bell cherry chapstick that probably most of us had as a kid. It's exactly recreated because it's that cherry with that little kind of hint of vanilla. I feel like I haven't smelled this scent since then because it's just taking me back to being a kid. This is so cool. I love it. The gloss itself too feels so nice. It's very thick, very cushiony. It kind of has that grippy, tacky feel, like when you press your lips together, they stick for just a second, but I like that. I feel like those glosses really hold on and stay. I also love the color. It's just like a slightly enhanced version of like your natural lip color. So pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna let this do its thing. It is tingling just like the tiniest little bit. It's nothing that bothers me, and I normally hate tingling lip glosses, but I know that glosses that have maxi lip in them do kind of sort of tingle, usually just for a couple minutes and then it's gone. Next, let's check out the Tartelette Energy Palette. I am so excited for this because Tartelette series is one of my absolute favorites. And I'm curious to see if this is Tarte's newer formula that they've been doing recently versus the original Tartelette. So let me show you this up close with some swatches. It has some really pretty rosy tones and a couple of neutrals thrown in. You have a gold and brown, but I would say the majority of the shades are more pink based. But it's also quite a bit different than the Tartelette Juicy that they had come out with. So I want to quickly show those to you guys side by side because I know a lot of you have the Juicy palette already. So I want to make sure that we're not duplicating shades. And really, I mean, looking at them together, I feel like they look very different. Tartelette Juicy has more brown shades, and also the gold is a little bit deeper and richer. And the pinks are a little bit brighter. In the new Energy palette, I feel like the pinks are maybe a little dustier. There's some mauve tones that the Juicy doesn't have. So I do think that these are different enough. If you have the Juicy palette, you probably won't have too much overlap with this one. So I think I'm gonna start with this pink shade right here, and I'm gonna use the BK Beauty 211 brush, which is a small little crease brush. And I'm just gonna start with this right in my natural crease, which is a little bit down lower, but then I'm gonna take a bigger, fluffier brush and then blend this up a little higher. So to blend, I'm gonna use the BK Beauty 201 brush, which is big and fluffy, and it just blends shadows so beautifully. And I have to say, this shadow is blending effortlessly. That's one of the things I really love about the Tartelette formula. It's just really easy to work with, very user-friendly, and I'm not a beginner, but I don't feel like I'm the best blender in the world either, so I like that they make it easy to blend. Next, I think I'm gonna put this shade in my outer corner. It's a dark purple called Chill, and it looks like it might be a shimmer shade. I haven't swatched the palette yet, so I'm not sure, but it doesn't look like a metallic shimmery shade. If it is, it's just kind of a satin. But I wanna kind of do something darker toward the outer corner and then something a little bit lighter in the inner corner. So this is the BK Beauty 209 brush, and it's part of a new set of brushes that they have. I think that original, that little crease brush that I used, the first one, is also part of that set. So if you see them linked down below, I don't think you can buy them individually just yet. Okay, so that actually went on a little bit patchy. Let me just try to build it up. Like as soon as I went to blend it, it got very patchy. Yeah, it's a little bit better with the second coat, but honestly, it doesn't look that dark. In the pan, it's a super, super dark purple. And on the lid, it kind of, I don't know, it blends out to like a muddy looking gray. Next for my lid, I really want to try this shade right here called Motivate. It looks super beautiful. And I'm just gonna apply that one with my fingers. Ooh, look at how metallic that one is. Okay, that shade is so pretty. And the other Tartelette palettes are not like this. So this seems like it's their newer formula, like their Man-Eater After Dark palette and some of the holiday palettes that they came out with. Those also have a lot of really metallic shades in them. So yeah, that is so pretty. Then I'm just gonna pick up this one called Charged, and I'm gonna put that in my inner corner. For this, I'm using the BK Beauty 210 brush, which is also part of that new set. I'm gonna use the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. All right, let's move on to complexion. I want to use the Tarte Base Tape Hydrating Primer. So this is something I haven't tried before, so I'm curious to see what it's like. Okay, so it has kind of a thinner, liquidy feel. It actually feels very hydrating, like a moisturizer. And it's sort of giving my skin a little bit of like a plumped up glow. It also feels a little bit tacky, like it doesn't dry down all the way, but I think that might be a good thing because it'll help my foundation to grip. All right, so yeah, that definitely made my skin look glowier. It doesn't have shimmer or glitter or anything. It's just literally like making it dewier. Next, let's try the Face Tape Foundation. So this one says that it has full coverage, 12-hour wear, that it's transfer proof and waterproof, and I got it in the shade Fair Light Neutral, which is 16N. They didn't have quite as many shades in the travel sizes as they do in the larger ones, so I felt like this color was the closest thing that I could pick, but we'll see how it is. I don't normally wear full coverage foundation these days. I feel like the older I get, I tend to prefer less coverage, so I'm gonna put a very sheer layer of this on because I really don't wanna cover everything. I'm just gonna blend it in with my fingers. I feel like that gives a really natural look. I think it sort of warms up the product a little bit more and kind of helps to push it into the skin. I think this color is a pretty decent match. It might be just slightly too light, and at least on top of this primer, it's going on very smoothly. It doesn't feel like the most hydrating formula in the world, kind of like how Shape Tape is. It's just slightly on the drier side, so I'm actually glad that I wore that hydrating primer underneath. Okay, I'm just gonna slide a little bit closer to the camera so that you can see the texture and pores of my face a little bit more. Sometimes when I sit further back, it looks more smoothed out. So I think for a full coverage foundation, this is sitting pretty well on my skin. I did use a very light layer. This is just one pump for my entire face. I think the biggest trouble spot is my nose. It's not sticking to my nose as well as the rest of my face, and also it's grabbing to dryness and sort of breaking up a little bit in that area. But on the rest of my face, I think it actually looks pretty good. It looks a little bit makeup-y, like if I look at my skin really close up in the mirror, but from just a few feet back, it looks really good. And I think that's sort of to be expected with a more full coverage foundation. It is gonna look like you're wearing makeup a little bit, but I would say as far as full coverage foundation goes, it looks pretty natural. And I think if you just go in with it sparingly and you don't use too much, it'll probably be fine. Oh no, I just realized I didn't use the Merit Great Skin Serum. I wanted to use this in the video today. I was planning on using actually this for the primer, not the Tarte, and I forgot that I had this. So I'm gonna use this in another video, definitely. But now when it comes to blush, I don't know which one to use. I have the Tarte Man-Eater blush. I also have the Merit one. And I have the color shifting blush. So even though I want to see what this is like, I'm kind of worried that it's going to turn a strange color and ruin the whole look. These two actually look like they're pretty similar in color, so maybe I could use one on one side and one on the other, and we can just see what they're like. Maybe I'll try using this one in like a YouTube short or something. So if you'd like to see that, definitely let me know. So first, let's take a close look at the Man-Eater Blush and Glow. So this one, again, is in the shade Raspberry. And it says that it has Volu Plump Complex for cheeks that appear plumper and lifted. It's a watercolor tint that delivers a natural, healthy glow. And the unique cooling serum is supposed to smooth texture. So like I said, I do already have this in the lighter pink shade and I really love it. So I'm just gonna put this one over here. Just gonna dot it and then blend it in with my fingers. This is a really, really pretty shade. It looks a little bit darker at first, but it shears out really nicely. Look at that. And another thing I really like about these is that they set down all the way, so you can build them up. And I don't feel like they pull up my foundation, especially if you use more of a patting motion versus like a swiping like this. You just want to kind of pat them in. Then we have the Flush Balm from Merit. This is in the shade Cheeky, and it says that this is a universal tint that melts into your skin for lit from within color. And I thought this shade looked really beautiful. I have the Terracotta shade from Merit that's a little bit more like a brown nude color, but this one also is kind of like a raspberry. So let's see. Yeah, it's maybe just slightly pinker, maybe just a little bit brighter than the Tarte. But this is another blush that I think is just so easy. It's really user-friendly. And as you can see, it's sheer. It's not gonna go on super dark. So if you're somebody who doesn't like to wear a lot of blush, or you feel like you sometimes go overboard with blush, it's almost impossible to go overboard with this one because it's so sheer. And you can just build it up. If you like more blush, just add another layer. And it definitely builds up really easily, so you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, I feel like these are pretty close in color. I think the Merit one is just a little bit more of a brighter, lighter raspberry, and this one is a little bit dustier, maybe just like a smokier raspberry, but I think they're pretty close. So for lips, let's go ahead and I just want to swatch this for you guys, the Maracuja Shift. This says that it's a pH-powered lip and cheek color that shifts to your perfect shade. The Maracuja drenches skin and lips in moisture, and it says to swipe it onto your lips and the apples of cheeks and blend to reveal your custom color. So this is the blackberry shade, and actually it doesn't have any scent to it. I was wondering because all of the different shades are named after fruits, so I wasn't sure if each one would taste or smell like that fruit, but no, it doesn't have any scent at all. And then for lips, I do have a lipstick from Merit. I want to see what this color looks like exactly because I don't know if it's going to go with the look that I'm wearing today. I think it's kind of a more brown nude shade. Yeah, so this one is the shade Slip. I'll just show it to you guys though really quickly. I'll show you a swatch. And these lipsticks are fantastic. They are such a beautiful formula. They're lightweight, they're comfortable, they're not scented. They have a really soft satiny finish, so they're not matte or dry looking, and they're also not glossy. They're just the perfect in between. They feel very comfortable. While we're at it, I'll just show you guys the other two colors that I have as well. I have Baby and Tiger. So Baby is more of a light pinky nude. This one actually might go really well with the look that I'm wearing today. I could try that one on for you. And Tiger is more of like a soft red brown. It is a really beautiful color. It's very subtle. I'm not somebody who really likes a bright red lip, but this one is more subdued, so I really love the way that it looks. So I'll just go ahead and apply the color Baby really quick so you can see what it looks like. And I really do think that the Lawless gloss minimize my lip lines a little bit. My lips definitely look smoother. So this shade is really like your lips but better. It's just the most gorgeous soft pink. So anyway, guys, here is the final look. I really am happy with everything and how it came out. As far as my final thoughts, I think the Tarte lip palette is definitely beautiful. I really like how the eye look came out despite the purple being a little bit more patchy. I'm gonna say that's probably a one-off type of situation because the other colors that I tried were fine. And purples can sometimes be really finicky, especially really dark purples like that. But the biggest thing to note about this palette is that the shimmer shades have that way more metallic finish and look than the other Tarte lip palettes do. So if something that you loved about the old Tarte lip formula was that the shimmer shades were more subtle and more satiny, you may not like this one, but if you're somebody who's been hoping that Tarte would update their shimmer shades and make them more metallic and more bold like a lot of other brands do nowadays, then I think you'll really enjoy this one a lot. I also think the Tarte Hydrating Primer was really nice. It made a nice sticky base to put my foundation on top of, and it made my skin feel and look very plumped up. And then also the Face Tape foundation is actually really nice. For a full coverage foundation, I feel like it looks pretty natural. Other than it kind of looking a little patchy on my nose, I think next time, knowing that it does that, I'll put down some eyeshadow primer on my nose. I learned that trick from, I think it was Wayne Goss, and it really does work. Also, I can try this one with other primers too, but I'm pretty happy with the way that it came out. I don't wear full coverage foundation most days, but if there's ever a time when I'm going to a wedding or an event or somewhere and I just am wearing more makeup and I want to look really flawless, I would definitely use this again. As far as the two blushes go, I really love these colors a lot. I've tried both of these formulas in the past, so I knew that I would like the formula, but these colors are so pretty. I'm also really excited to try the new shade in the Merit lipstick, so I'll be sure to try that and the serum in the next video that I do when I'm trying on new makeup for sure. And also the color shifting thing, if you want to see like a YouTube short and I'll just try this on really quick, I'll definitely do that. I think that would be fun. And the Forget the Filler gloss from Lawless, also very impressed with that. I feel like it made my lips look a lot smoother. They feel so hydrated, and the cherry vanilla scent, oh my gosh, it's so good. So anyway, guys, that is all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and just pop some other videos right up here so you can check those out if you have some time. I really appreciate your support and just the fact that you clicked on this video and spent your time here with me. I really do appreciate it so much. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.